Warning! The following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Geoguessr. We are doing a balanced roll today. It is a map by Debre, and we are in Uganda. How are we in Uganda? That's not Uganda. Because we are. Uganda really only has coverage from Entebbe to Kampala. There is a little bit of coverage up here in this national park. The car is different. I believe it's actually a game reserve. The water is to our east and slightly south. And this is the Uganda car, which allows it to be a little bit easier. So somewhere down here with water to our east, kind of to our south. Obviously, we don't know what it is. It does look like it continues maybe a little bit further north, which would make sense here. We are on a dirt road. We don't have any street signs. Yeah, we don't have any street signs. It happens. Nope, that's land or home for sale. So we're gonna look for a road name. If we could find one that's great. I don't think we're gonna find one though. Our best guess might be to move forward, going north. Going north is towards the capital, and therefore there should be more buildings, more signs, more information. Mulungi General Hardware, Busabala branch. Is there a Busabala as a region? There might be. If there is, we're not seeing it. Here's the Rugaba division. Here is the Patford, the Kisubi, the Kumba, Bugonga. So not to our south where the airport is. So further north. We have Kawuku, Gaba, Salma, Mwanga, and Buziga, but not Busabala. And we don't have Mulungi. Why didn't we look for Mulungi to begin with? Did we see Mulungi? Mutungo, Ranch on the Lake. Why do I feel like we saw Mulungi and just went right past it? This sucks. Alright, well, it's not a bad guess. Apartments, complexes, wholesale, feels probably further south. Let's go on the coast. And it ends up being over by the ranch on the lake in Kazi. And for some reason, the General Hardware building didn't show up on either side. We did end up going north at the end. And as you can see, there's no road names, so it would have been pretty tough to begin with, but it does look like, according to this, we get the best guess off. 5 miles, not bad. Not Japan. It's not low camera. It's Gen 2, and they're black plates. Macau? It's not Hong Kong. I think it's Macau. Even though everything else is in English. What do you mean? Yep. Wow, we don't get Macau very often, and we had one yesterday when we were attempting a streak. It's either up here or down here. That could be the airport. In fact, water to our east, it probably is the airport. If we return to start, we are... There, it says Macau right there. I'm fucking blind. It is an airport. There are the planes. We are on a northeast road by a loop. Which is probably right here. When we return to start, we are right at the split, which should be right there. Let me get the perfect score. Right-hand side, white car. It's South America for sure. Sun's to our north, all white lines. It's chilly. Rather open, rather flat. We have mountains to our north, mountains to our south, and they're all around us. Not as many to our west, or at least they're further away. can we find a road sign? Now, for some reason, I just happen to have the bad luck spree where every direction I go is the wrong direction. So if we don't find anything relatively soon, we should probably return to start and go the opposite direction. La Paz and Patacayama. I'm probably assuming they're talking about Bolivia's La Paz. I don't actually think there is a La Paz in Chile. Could it be a weird Bolivia with white lines? That might be interesting. Patacamaya. Let's just assume. Yeah. Where the fuck is the yellow divider line? That's my question. Which means we're going north towards Patacayama. We're probably over on 4. And it is kind of a northwest, which makes sense. We have a road with some houses coming off the north. And a construction vehicle. We did go quite a distance. So it might be this right here. Yeah, let's see again. So 1 click, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we get a slight curve. Don't quite see that curve showing up. And that's a big curve. I don't think it's before Sika Sika. So it might just be showing off. Yeah, it's probably just showing up as that. Unless it's this right here. But I don't think it is. I think we have it. I think we have it. And it did end up being a little bit closer. We didn't want it to be here because it didn't feel like we had to travel that far. If that's 5.6 miles, and that's like 2 miles, maybe the 2 miles was a better guess. Obviously it was, but I'm trying to think of it from a distance perspective. That was a weird Bolivia, though. That was definitely a weird Bolivia. Ruski. Probably. Probably Russia. We do have the back of the car. We do have the black antenna. There should be black on that. We don't have blue on the license plates. We might be able to find something on a truck. Looks like a phone number at 921. I believe that's a mobile number in Russia. AKA, not helpful. Rather open, rather flat, not a lot of information. It doesn't feel like the south of Russia. It doesn't feel like the east of Russia. And we got Luga and Pskov. 2 places I've never heard of before. I'm feeling like it's probably not further east than Tomsk. So, further west. We could start by Omsk. We're looking for Luga, L-U-G-A, or Pskov. I'm feeling like it's probably near Moscow. Actually, that's to our south. If it's to our south, here's Pskov right here. Pskov is 190. Good find. Here's Luga right here, 46. So we have to be further north. From Luga to Pskov is 150. Roughly. So a third of that is about here. When we return to start, looks like there's a sign right here. To Pokrovka. Pokrovka. I don't quite see along this road. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It could be on the sides. It could be a distance away. But I think we have a general area, especially in Russia, which is super important. Mainly because we suck at Russia. We can figure out it's Russia. But that's it. I don't see Pokrovka anywhere. And I'm thinking this has to be the road we're on because of Luga. Right? It has to be. We're guessing where we are. It does end up being a little bit further north. The town name is different than the sign, which happens. So not much we can do about it. And it looks like most people did end up getting a pretty decent guess in Russia. But it makes sense for why it didn't feel Eastern. It 100% wasn't. And I'm glad we started around Moscow there. Taiwan. Why is it Taiwan? The yellow and black on the bottom of the pole goes all the way to the bottom. If it stopped halfway, it would be South Korea. And then we would have seen the black car. And this isn't low camera, so Japan's out of the question. Japan also generally uses straight up and downs for their telephone poles. Luckily, Taiwan isn't that big. We can just plonk it in as we continue to search. Our main goal is to find an overhead sign. They usually have road numbers on them, and they usually have town names on them. If we could find it, that's awesome. But you know how great we are at going in the wrong direction. So the odds are not in our favor here. We do have rather flat, which I'm thinking is more southwest, right? Because this is all mountain here. It could be in a weird river valley. But we're just looking for any kind of clue at this point. Any kind of clue would be great. We have Budai on guitar pick 17. Here's 37. Here's 17. We found it. That is to our south. Here's the Budai Township. Awesome. We are over by weird number 4. I don't quite see weird number 4, but it does make sense that we wouldn't see it. I don't see anything saying Dongxi, and I don't see anything saying Nilin. So it could just be in their actual script, which is not good for me, because I don't understand it. But here's Budai, and we have to be north of Budai. How far north? Depends on how far we want to go. It looks like it does turn into 61, and we can potentially find something here. Here's Kohu. I don't see the 4 still. Here's 8. Here's 3-1. Here's 4. And it looks like it's the same 4. So we're probably in this general area. When we return to start, we are in a town or a village. I don't think we have any road signs. We definitely don't have any road signs. And we don't know what town this is. Safe guess is probably Malau. We'll choose a random road out in the middle of nowhere. No bodies of water really nearby, so we'll choose right here. Hope for luck. It ends up actually being a lot further south. A lot further south, over by the Dongxi township. Here's 17. Here's another 4 road that we missed it. So we chose the wrong 4. We ended up being 21 miles off. We probably should have stayed in the county. That would have made more sense, wouldn't it? But we ended up winning 24-7-95. That's actually not that bad. For Debray World? No Debray locations? We ended up coming in first place at 24-7-95. Rui in second. 24-2... Almost at 295. 259. Screenshot the World coming in third at 24.97. Bo in fourth, 23.404. Ben Keller coming in fifth at 23.386. Rumi in sixth at 23.292. Cray in seventh, 21.771. Arseny in eighth, 21.453. Jakarta in ninth at 27.60. Ben Teller in 10th, 20.66. Tresmond in 11th at 18.742. And Adam Smith in 12th at 15.322. We got really lucky with Russia. Incredibly lucky with Russia. Everything else, Bolivia was pretty lucky that we took it to Bolivia. Uganda, that comes down to just knowing the area Uganda has coverage in. Macau, it looks like most people got near the airport, so I'm not surprised about that. It happens with small countries. We got pretty lucky with Taiwan as well. And then, I think one of the best guesses we could have had, Russia. Usually, we screw up Russia. So I'm pretty happy about that. In fact, I'm really happy about that. It makes me feel like all of the hard work we've put in means something. Even though we just got lucky and found signs with distances on them. That's realistically how we did decent in Russia. But that is going to be where we call it for the day. I know it's a little bit of a shorter episode, but we didn't need to spend 3 minutes in every location except for round 1. That's pretty impressive if you ask me. But that is all we got. I look forward to seeing you guys all tomorrow for another episode. But until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. And bye-bye.